I've been 3D modeling for about 2 years now, and what I've noticed is that my learning method was pretty inefficient, so in this video I want to show you how I would start learning Blender again if I could start over. Now please, before the video begins, just join my Discord server, the link is in the description down below. Now, 2 years ago when I first started Blender, I didn't really have a specific route on how to learn everything, so I usually just went on YouTube and searched stuff up. But if you want a more in-depth explanation on how I learned the program, you can just check out my previous video. Now, since Blender is a complicated program, we can actually divide every progress in a lot of parts. Like there's the normal 3D modeling, then there's rendering and texturing. You can even do some animation and stuff, but for the sake of simplicity, I will just talk about how to 3D model in this video. So what I'm thinking it's the most efficient way to learn 3D modeling is to do it in a 3-point way. And what I mean by that is that you divide your learning process into 3 parts, and that are the basic or cubic shapes modeling. This basically consists of making simple 3D models. You can even try to make your own low poly models. That's a nice art style, I think. And for now, just try to get a grasp of how all the tools in Blender work. You don't need to know all the tools, but some of the necessary tools to learn are the loop cut tool, then you have the knife tool, the extruding tool, the beveling tool, and if you make low poly models, as I said, you would probably use the poly build tool as well. Now, some of the basic models you can make with this type of modeling is you can make some swords or some furniture. That should be challenging enough if you're a beginner, and after that you can go to the next stage. Now, the second stage, once you learn the cubic shapes modeling, you will want to learn how to make round shaped models, and that's something I've been struggling with, but it took me like 6 months and I got a hold of it. Now at this stage there are no specific tools you have to learn, but you will have to start using modifiers. And modifiers are basically operations that affect an object's geometry, but they don't destroy the object. And again, you don't have to learn all the modifiers at this stage. Some of the ones that I use are the solidify modifier, the subdivision surface modifier, the simple deform one, the curve, screw, array, and the mirror modifier. They are really helpful in making round objects or uneven objects, especially the curve modifier. Basically the whole point of the curve modifier is just you make an object follow a specific curve that you make. Now, some of the models you can try to make once you feel confident enough at this stage are something like more detailed environments or even furniture maybe, but you add a lot of details, so you actually can learn how to scale things up and how perspective works inside of Blender. Now, once you learn this stage, you can go to the next stage, which is the last stage, and it's the advanced or the sculpt modeling type of modeling. Now at this stage you will just go into the sculpting tab, add a sphere to your scene, and you scale the sphere up so it has more subdivisions. And then you will have to use different types of brushes to model the thing that you want to make. Now, some of the brushes that I use the most are the clay strips brush, the blob, inflate, smooth, elastic deform, the snake hook brush, and the mask brush, which is basically used just to mask certain areas of your model which you want to keep affected by the brush, and some areas that are not. Once you master this type of modeling, you can actually create all types of characters you want. You can either use them for video games or animations. So this is like, I think sculpting is the hardest thing that you have to learn in Blender, especially just because of all the perspective issues and the uneven object methods. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.